The Gifford-Pinchot National Forest in Washington state holds the beautiful and devastating Mount St. Helens. This 1,300,000-acre forest holds some of the United States' most iconic sites, from large fields to gorgeous waterfalls, and of course, the raging volcanoes. The 4,000-year-old Mount St. Helens has been dormant since 1857 and is a postcard type of mountain. Its beautiful peak reaches 2,950 meters above sea level and is one of the largest icons of Washington state. My research question is, how did the eruption of Mount St. Helens occur, and how did it affect life in the surrounding areas? It was quiet for 123 years until March 27th of 1980. This was the first sign that the mountain was coming to life. Small eruptions and explosions caused minor ash clouds. This occurred during the months of March, April, and the start of May. Because of these events, the emergency services went to work on evacuating the surrounding areas. They shut down many roads and only scientists were allowed to enter the danger zone. Scientists, with their instruments, started to read the volcano and understand its sudden awakening. These events occurred because of the friction between the Juan de Fuca oceanic plate in the Pacific Ocean and the North American plate. Since the Juan de Fuca plate is oceanic, it is heavier than the continental North American plate. This causes a destructive boundary. This is how the Cascade Range was created. This is also the reason for these events and the magma rising from underneath the Earth's crust. The magma buildup caused a bulge to form in the north side of the volcano. This bulge eventually started to crack under pressure, and the mountain was left with a large crater on the north side. On May 18th, an earthquake of 5.1 on the Richter scale occurred underneath the giant.
At 8:32 a.m., the eruption had started. The whole north side of the mountain had been blown away, and it started the largest recorded landslide known to man. The landslide was a combination of rock, lava, and water from the melted glaciers. The lahar engulfed much of the surrounding area on the north side. The horizontal eruption caused superheated gas at 350 degrees Celsius and rock to travel at least 25 kilometers from the mountain's summit. This mixture of hot gas and rock rocketed at least 500 kilometers per hour. At the same time of the horizontal blast, the volcano shot hot gas 26 kilometers high, causing an enormous mushroom cloud to form and to spread to 11 different states. Thousands of trees had fallen instantly because of the initial lateral explosion. The tremendous force of the explosion broke and killed anything in its path, including 57 people and thousands of animals. The lahar swept into the Toutle River, causing it to flood. The flood carried 12 million broad feet of stockpiled lumber into the river. This raging mass of boiling water and logs swept through the valley, destroying anything and everything in its path. This accounted for 8 bridges being destroyed, as well as 200 homes. For the first time in tens of years, the lower Columbia River was closed to freighter traffic. The river was not the only place that was affected. The roads were also a disaster. The ash covered everything, but ash isn't like snow. When it becomes wet, it's a thick and grimy substance that is a pain to get rid of. Getting rid of it was a problem, but the real problem was that it was at every single doorstep.
Luckily, this eruption occurred in an MEDC. This is extremely important because the amount of people that would have died and the overall damage of the event would have been much worse in an LEDC. The response time for emergency services was quicker, and we were able to save 56 lives. All this, plus the economic standpoint, wouldn't have been possible if this occurred in an LEDC. The Mount St. Helens Visitor Center at Castle Rock cost $5.5 million to construct. Trails, roads in the park, and interpretive centers cost another $42.3 million. New highway and bridges from the Toutle River to Johnson Ridge cost $145 million. Facilities along this road will cost another $25 million.
The physical damage and effect of this natural disaster was incredible, but thankfully not too many people passed away. It cost over $2.88 billion in repairs. This event was a horrific one, but thankfully we've learned from it, and next time it won't be as big as a deal.